I just put up my new doohickey isn't that technical, that Doug gave me. And yeah, so it could go really well or really badly. Open the door. But yeah, mostly I'm just trying this out to see how it works. I'm in my front garage, wandering aimlessly. Don't expect there to be anybody in the audience because it's the middle of a work day. And yeah, so there's that. Yeah, we're in the front garage. Trying to figure out how to change it so that well, it'd be nice if I didn't look like a hot mess, but you know, it is what it is. I don't know if I'm going the correct way or not. Hard to say. I don't know. But anyhow, I'm out here in the garage and I want to see if I'm able to do live streams from the garage. Chat filter, top messages. Oh, all messages. Hey, I just learned something new. Yes. Okay. So anyway, like I said, I'm out in the garage. Ooh. We like bike. Yeah. Anyway, one of the things I've got to do is get ready to fix my saddlebag. I think I probably bragged way too much on the saddlebags on the Dyna. And so as a result, I went and rode in the rain, which in itself is no big deal. I don't mind riding in the rain. But everything that was in my saddlebag got wet because, truthfully, I don't know if it's because I left it open when I got something out of it at the Capitol and then it just kind of drained in that way, or if it was from me, you know, from the seal not being very good on the saddlebag anymore. So there's that. So not sure. Let's back you up a little bit more. Nobody needs to be seeing up my nose. Hey Sterling, I'm sideways. Thank you. Okay. Better? Okay. Arusiak Tadovson. Hey Carney, how are you today? I decided to take something from you guys' page and just try it. Hey Sterling, I don't know who this Arusiak guy is. Has anybody ever heard of him before? Anyway, Arusiak, if I'm saying your name right, I've never met you before, so that's what I thought too. But anyway, I like to remind people that I haven't seen in here before that I frequently share these videos with my grandchildren and my daughter's school kids. My daughter is a middle school teacher, so Arusiak, that would probably tell you that you need to mind your manners, and we'll just leave it at that. Okay? What the heck? Oh, cool. Thank you. I'm glad you subscribed. Your subscription is not public, though, so that's why I didn't recognize your name. It also means that you're not, if I ever, of course we can. Look at these bikes. I like bike. Sterling, you can come up anytime. Let's ride. I'll even loan you a bike. I've seen you out on two wheels often enough. I would be very confident loaning you my Road King. It's a little fast. But yeah. No, I love riding with other people. Sterling, are you going to be at the camp out in March? Thank you. Am I saying your name right? Arusiak? Arusiak? Good deal. I cannot wait for the camp out. It's like today I'm sitting around and I'm like, I don't know what to do today. So Dry Heat Doug very kindly, ooh, well, Upang, we are here in Tacoma, Washington. Are you in Indonesia? Because that might be one of my farthest away subs yet. But, oh yeah, so anyway, Dry Heat Doug got me this really cool Wi-Fi extender because I was not able to do videos, to stream videos from my garage here in Tacoma, Washington. And, Furcrest. Furcrest, I don't know if it's still the same, but for the last 20, 30 years, Furcrest has always been really good for tickets. So I try to never speed through there. And I have always been very careful about that. And Arusiak, I am 70 years old. Well, I'll be 70 in May. Yep, I know. It's been a good life though, I'm telling you. It's been a good life. So, one of the things I was going to do today is prep the Dyna saddlebags for patching. Hang on, let me go grab it. I've got a whole bunch of battery tenders here plugged in, so trying to like work around some other stuff. And then my grandson likes to barbecue, so my daughter got him a gazebo type thing. You guys want to see it? Hang on. Arusiak, I'm not that old. This is a state of mind. What time is it here now? I think it's about 11-ish. I don't know, Bally. Anyway, so that thing over there, my backyard's a mess. Sorry about that. This thing right here. It's really cute. So he can come out here and grill to his little heart's content. Yeah, my roommate loves to cook, which is really good for me because he's a really good cook. Yeah. Anyway, where was it? Oh yeah, Dyna saddlebags. Sterling, where are you at today? Hang on, let me get the saddlebag. So yeah, I got home the other day and I had to, oh, okay, Kentucky. What's the weather like there, Sterling? I've heard so many bad things about how the weather is down that way right now. That I've been worried about all you guys. I mean, we're used to the rain up here, so it don't bother me. But yeah, hang on, I'll be right back. I gotta get some tools. Implements of destruction, so to speak. I'm looking for an old screwdriver, acquired. I'm also going to see if I can find a cleaning rag. Pokey tool, because you can never have too many pokey tools. It's overcast. Want to see what it looks like here? Hang on. You're going to love the view here. This is the view here. Overcast. It's about 50 degrees though, so it's kind of warm. It's kind of nice. And there's my babies all tucked in. Yeah. I've got another motorcycle in the back garage. But, you know, at some point you have to have room to walk around them. So there's that. But yeah, so this is the project today. Hang on. I don't know why I thought I needed a live stream. Going to Grand Rapids, Michigan. How long will it take you to get there, Sterling? Grand Rapids, Michigan. Hang on. Oh, wow. 9 hours. So I used to have a roommate that was a truck driver, and he did long haul for Mercer. But Captain Judy works for Mercer too. She's one of my buddies, Forgotten Angels. She's the one that's always in the kitchen with me. But yeah, she worked for Mercer. Anyway, he also worked for Mercer. He had a heart attack. Well, he didn't realize he was having a heart attack. It was really cold back there one year. And so he's like, oh, nothing wrong. I'm just a little cold. Yeah. So one of the other drivers tells him, well, just put you something over your face and warm your breath before it gets into your chest. It's just your lungs being cold. I'm like, I was a nurse for 30 years. I'm pretty sure that's not a thing. So did he call me? He did not. So next thing I know, I'm getting a phone call, and I'm hearing that he'd been in the hospital for 3 days, and they're getting ready to crack his chest the next morning. And so I flew over there, and of course, once you've had open heart surgery and they wire you back together with all that stuff, you probably can't drive truck anymore. He decided that he wasn't going to drive truck anymore. And so anyway, once he had been in the hospital for 1 week, I was going to stay in a motel, but he was kind of a pill. So the nurses got me a jerry chair. We called him a jerry chair, but really it's just a little recliner that you can roll around. And so they begged me to stay because he was such a jackass. They needed somebody that could get his meds into him and get him to do what he needed to do. So that was me. So a week later, he decides that he wants to go back home to Tacoma from Louisville, Kentucky. So his grand plan was go rent a van. We're going to empty out, going to empty out the semi, put it all in the rented minivan, and I am going to drive us home. I'm like, I don't like to drive anyway. I'm more of a motorcycle rider, but okay. So the doctors are like, well, this is really a bad idea, but they kind of wanted to get rid of him too, because like I said, it's a jackass. But so the doctors are all like, well, and then he's telling them, well, she's a nurse. She'll take care of me. I'm like, don't bring me in on this. So anyway, hang on. I got to get a razor blade. I had to cut some of this tape off here. And so anyway, okay, Arusiak, it was nice to see you. And thanks for stopping by. Hit that like button on your way out the door, dude. Sterling, I could imagine that you might be, but likewise, since you're my friend, if you ever needed medical help, I'd come help you, because I'm that kind of person, So anyway, while we were back in Louisville, there was a big ice storm, of course, and so we're just getting ready to leave, and they decide that if they're going to cut him loose after 1 week post open heart surgery, they did like they replaced 4 veins on the surface of his heart. So they decided if they're going to cut him loose, they might as well, because he wasn't going to get no better. And I kind of wanted to get home because I had only brought enough of my medication for 3 days. So here we are, and I rent the minivan. Enterprise very helpfully brings it. Nobody says anything about chains or driving conditions, and it is snowy. And Louisville in a snowstorm, right? So I'm scared to death. I mean, I know how to drive in the snow. I'm from Washington. Doesn't mean I do it all the time, though. I'm just cutting this stuff off of here. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. Yeah, razor blades. I know, right? It's a very sharp razor blade, though. So, at least if I cut off an appendage, it'll be clean cut. I don't know. But anyhow, I'm trying to cut all of this off of here. This has been on here for probably about 60,000 miles because this saddlebag fell off one time. And, hey, Buck, how are you? And it went skittering down I-5 in a rainstorm. And girlfriend that was following me, she pulled over, picked it up, went running up to it because I pulled over because, you know, parts fall off your bike. I usually try to stop. So anyway, I pull over. Dolly comes running up and she's got my saddlebag and she goes, "That was weird." And she hands it to me. I slap it back on, look at it. I was like, "Oh, okay, it should stay this time." So we take off down the road. Later on, I stop and think about it, and I'm like, I am so lucky she didn't get butthurt about it because it could have gone a lot worse, couldn't it? But so anyway, I got home and I noticed that it was a little scratched up and worse for wear. But a new saddlebag would be $400 for just one side, and that's only the bucket. No hardware, no nothing. These switchback saddlebags are pretty precious. So yeah. Anyway, so I patched it up with some fiberglass patch on the inside after I scuffed it up and, you know, did all the prep work and everything. And then just to be sure, on the outside, I put some Gorilla Tape on it. And so since then, it has been to the Carolinas and back, of course. It's been to Sturgis and back. It's been to the Southwest states, I'm going to say about 3 times. It's been to Key West once. I think you get the drift. It's been about 60,000 miles worth. Makes me wonder what Arusiak said that had to be retracted, but hey, good judgment on you, buddy. Did you decide that you don't have to do what you had to do? Anyway, so yeah, that's the story of what happened to my saddlebag. And so now I thought I will just take off all of the old stuff and get it ready for some new stuff. I've got some JB Weld and some Gorilla Snot. That's what we used to call it. I want to get some 3M weather stripping adhesive, which is what I fixed everything on my Sportster with back in the day. And I'm a big believer in it. But the real reason that I wanted to do this live stream today was mostly just to check out and make sure that I could broadcast from the garage. Because although it's cold out here, I think looking at my garage is a little bit more interesting for you guys. I don't know. Than sitting there looking around my workroom. I sit in my workroom all the time when it's rainy out, and I'm kind of tired of it. I am a little bummed I have to sacrifice one of my stickers for B-Moto. If you guys haven't heard of B-Moto, that is Paco Pete, one of my friends up here in the PNW. He's also a fan of Forgotten Angels. Thank you, Sterling. I appreciate that. Hey, Quick Shoe, how are you? Thank you for stopping in. I mean, I don't know if anybody else is doing a live right now, and I try not to step on anybody's toes when other people are doing stuff, but then sometimes you just kind of got to go with it. Oh, but anyway, back to the story about buckshot. So I was back there, and it was snowy out. And mind you, I hadn't been in the cab of a semi-truck for years and years and years and years. So he tells me, get everything out of the front of the semi. Okay, fine. So remember, he's 1 week post open heart surgery. So he's cracked from here to probably about there. Because, oh, he was a mess. But anyway, so he went in and he sat in the driver's lounge and visited with everybody while I went out and emptied out his truck. So I basically just took a bunch of garbage bags and started throwing things in. Well, first off, dude was a slob. And second of all, how the hell am I supposed to know? Yeah, Paco, Buck. How the hell am I supposed to know? I mean, I saw a container of laundry soap and I assumed it was laundry soap. He thought later on it was very funny that I had hauled the piss jug back from Kentucky. I assured him he'd have been paying a lot heftier price if I actually wound up using that to wash any clothing with. Yeah. Hey, Buck, I'm going to make you a moderator here, too. There we go. Okay. Buck, you're now a standard moderator for my channel also. You and Sterling. Um, I'm trying to add people as moderators that show up for me, and you guys are always here for me. And it doesn't matter for how long. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm just cutting up. Yeah, as I'm looking at it and dissecting it, I can see why it failed. I mean, yeah. There was a chunk of plastic that just is probably still sitting by I-5 somewhere. Hang on, I got to get some pliers. I'll be right back. But yeah, so we're in my front garage. I have 2 garages here. Most women would love to have garage setups like I have. I probably need to do a little bit of cleaning here, though. I mean, it's too cold out to really hang out here very much. Still looking for a decent pair of pliers. Okay, these will work, I think. Yeah, but anyway, so I could stand out here all day long and look at my bikes. I freaking love them. You know, I could be having a really bad day. I'm not. But even when I'm having a bad day, I come out and I look at my bikes, or I just come out here and it makes me happy. Yeah. So there's that. What do you guys do to get happy? Brown is the new blue. Brown is the new blue, huh? Okay. Most women do not wrench like you do, though. Well, that is true. Most women do not wrench like I do. When I got back from Alabama, or Arkansas, yeah, anyway, when I got back from Birmingham, let's put it like that, I went down to my mechanic shop because I needed to get another change done on the Road King. The Road King requires a oil change every 3,000 miles, and every 6,000 miles it needs a 3-hole, just because I believe in an abundance of safety. And so when I'm traveling, I need to know how to do, you know, like I mean, I've known how to change my own oil for a long time, but this bike is a little bit different than my Sportster, so I needed to learn how to do certain things on the Road King. And so my mechanics, they are great guys. I took it down for the 3-hole oil change after my last trip, and David showed me how to change the oil filter and the easy way to not get oil all over the engine and all that kind of stuff. So that was pretty cool. I really appreciated that a lot. I am so excited for March to get here, you guys. I'm missing everybody down there in Tampa. I'm trying to figure out, I don't know, I'm trying to decide what my course of action is going to be this year. I've got a couple of trips planned. In May, oh, sorry about that. In May, or yeah, probably the latter part of May, right after my birthday, I'm going to take off and I'm going to head towards New York. So I'll get the bike out. It'll have fresh service. Trying to talk one of my friends into riding along for part of the ways with me, but she and I have different riding styles, so she won't be going the whole route with me, but she could go some of it. And you know, that's okay. I think that I went on a long trip one time with someone and it didn't work out well, which kind of sucked. I had a great time, mind you, but you know, you have to define your expectations of a traveling partner before you take off with said traveling partner. And just doing some short trips around town, not the same as a cross-country trip, people. How do we know this? Well, we know what we know. Hang on, I want to pad the bottom of this up just a little bit. Because, although it is all grunged up, I think that if I do this, it might stay a little bit better where I want it to. So, Buck, what are you up to today? I am coming to see you, Quick Shoe. And here's the thing. I'm going to be traveling up to New York because I'm doing the Harley Challenge. And I'm trying to do this on a budget. So anybody that thinks that they can tolerate me for an overnight, let me know. I mean, it can be a couch. I'm pet friendly. I don't mind parking my motorcycle outside. Yeah. The downside of that is I don't always know when I'm going to be where. But I'm definitely heading towards New York this summer. I kind of want to wait until May because you're finally back to doing trucking things. That's good. Where are you at today, Buck? We found out that Sterling is on his way to Michigan. That's one thing I noticed about my book making videos. It's like I have old people hands, man. I know. I am old, so it kind of makes sense that I have old people hands, but this one lady that I follow, she always wears plastic gloves when she does bookmaking. And it might be a good thing because I saw her one time without her gloves on and her hands were so distracting that, I don't know. This was some really good tape. It was proper Gorilla Tape and it's lasted, yeah, like I told you, many miles. I tend to, I don't calculate service intervals by time. I calculate them by mileage. So, want to see? Yeah, see? That's a big asshole. How lucky am I? You are about to deliver in New Orleans. You know, Dom's down there by New Orleans. You remember Dom. Popping in to say hello during the live. Adventures of KeyFob. KeyFob, do you guys have a live on right now too? If so, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to jump in on your thing. I know Eric is always sending me links to get in on their lives, and I want to do that because I think it's fun. I enjoy doing live streams with people that are interactive. And yeah, so Uniquely Beautiful by Emma. Hi, how are you? Can I have a shout out? My name is Harriet. Hello, Harriet. You can certainly have a shout out. Uniquely Beautiful by Emma. Do I know you? Or maybe some people just pop in when they see lives going on. Quick Shoe, you have 12 acres? That is cool. Holy crap, I can't believe I've been doing this for about a half an hour now. Wow. Oh, thank you. We were talking earlier about how old I am. One of the guys that had just popped in here was amazed at my advanced age. I am too. But you know what? It's all good because life is great. I need to find something to clean this off with. I'll be right back, okay? Hang on. I don't have a lot of cleaning up things here, but I do have some. Got some glass cleaner. Oh, hey. I found some detailer. I've also got, oh, hang on. I got some even better stuff my mechanic told me about. Hang on, I'll be right back. Yeah. I know that was kind of funny because my mechanic, you know, usually they don't make a big fuss about my bikes being a hot mess. Because let's face it, I don't wash my bikes. Although this last time David did feel the need to remark that he had one thing that would look really good on my bike. And I was like, what? What? I'll go buy it. Let's order it. And he just looked at me and he said, soap and water. Hey, Joey. I was like, what? Yeah. Soap and water. So I ordered some of this stuff. It's detail and wax. And then come to find out I didn't get the right stuff because the other stuff you spray on and you spray off, you know, like with your water hose. But this stuff you have to wipe off. So since this side of my saddlebag never sees any cleaning anyway, here we go. Joey, what are you up to today? This is a totally impromptu live stream, so you guys can watch me tear stuff up in my garage. I did forget to bring out any rubbing alcohol, though. I'm going to need some isopropyl alcohol to get rid of the last remnants of adhesive on this saddlebag. But I'll go get that after this. I know. Time wasted washing is less time riding. That is true, which is why my mechanic suggested the spray on and wash off stuff. He knows I can't really be bothered. But yeah, and you know, I don't want him to get dirty when he works on my bike, if at all possible. So I will try to keep him a little cleaner for him. After I got back from Key West that time, I was like, well, you know, I was going to wash it. But then I figured by the time I got home, I would for sure hit some rain at some point. Strangely enough, I did not hit any rain. Sterling, that's great. I'm probably trying to clean mine a little more often. And Joey, I'm essentially being lazy too, because I'm just visiting with friends right now. I'm trying to upgrade my image and keep my bikes a little cleaner. But what I was saying was when I got home from Key West that last time, the first time I rode my Dyna to Forgotten Angels, I got home and it had only sprinkled like for 10 minutes on my way back, and that was when I got back into Washington. Not even enough to make any difference. Yeah, Buck, I wipe down my headlights pretty routinely and that stuff. Yeah, I believe it or not, I do try to be safety conscious. A lot of people don't believe it. Contrary to what some people might say about my riding style, I am as cautious as I possibly can be. And we'll just leave it at that. But, so yeah. Anyway, so I get my bike to the garage and I have scheduled, because whenever I'm taking a trip, I always schedule for them to do a safety check and make sure like the tires are aired up and, well, you know, let's do this before you go or that before you go, or check this when you get so-and-so. And I mean, when I got to Tampa, I had already made an appointment at the Ride Factory to change the oil on the Dyna. And David said that was required, so that's what I had done. And I have no doubt that he thoroughly scoped out the Ride Factory before any work was done on my bike there. He didn't mention it to me, but, you know, they take good care of me up at Easy Street Custom Cycle. They do. Yeah. I mean, I think we all wipe down our headlights. I mean, I hope we do. But, so yeah, when I got home, God, this is a really long, drawn-out story, isn't it? Sorry, you guys. But when I got home, I took my bike up there so that they could do the after-trip service and, well, yell at me if indicated. And it turned out the only thing they were really upset about was how dirty my bike was. And it wasn't all that dirty. It was just a surface layer of grime from, what, 9,600 miles. But apparently I should have cleaned it, because I still haven't lived it down. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So there's that. Just cleaning out the little gucks and crannies and stuff. Mostly because there's some of that cleaner stuff down there, and I don't want it to sit and dribble all over the place. Oh, wow. I forgot there was chrome under all this guck. I don't know. Sterling, you might really have a good idea. These saddlebags on the Dyna, hang on. See that little bit right there? This is, well, it's a pretty much disposable part. And you could glue them in, but they're a press fit. And there's this one, and there's two up on the top there. And they both have little grommets in them also. And this is one of the reasons that the Dyna is such a rattly motorcycle, is the saddlebags just rattle like freaking crazy. Just trying to look and see what was in there. Oh, now you guys have seen the part of my hair, haven't you? Sorry, my bad. But anyway, matter of fact, last time my bike was washed and cleaned, Sterling did it. He's got to pay rent somehow. Toyota Mike, I take my bikes to Easy Street Custom Cycles. They don't work on anything but Hondas and Triumphs. But if you're looking for a shop, you could stop by there and ask them. Hey, Sick, how are you? But yeah, if you go by Easy Street Custom Cycles and talk to them, talk to Rip or David, they should be able to maybe recommend somebody for you, because they're great guys there. Sick, I have been cleaning the saddlebag on my Dyna because I went to the Capitol the other day on a legislative day, and when I came out, I noticed that I had that much standing water in the bottom of my saddlebag. I mean, I wasn't too fussed about it because this is the one that was already broken anyway. The dent on the tank sucks. Oh, they can probably definitely recommend somebody fix that for you. They know a whole bunch of people. They've been in business for, oh Lord, about 30 years. David, one of my mechanics, I've known him since he was in grade school. His mother's one of my best friends. Yep, it's pretty cool because like when I'm out traveling, if I have a question, I have David's phone number. And if he doesn't answer, which he always answers, hey Bill, how are you? My buddy Mild Bill is also in here. And he's not showing up as a moderator on my channel. Hang on a second, you guys. Let me add him on there. Add as a moderator. Okay. There we go. Okay. But anyway, so yeah. My mechanic, I've known him, like I was saying, since he was in grade school. Good guy. Very knowledgeable. He, dyno tunes. Is it dyno or dyna? Dyno. I think it's dyno. But anyway, he's had both of my bikes on the dyno. And does a really great job. And when I start talking about, well, I'd like a little bit more horsepower, he's always like, well, I think you're probably just fine. No, they take good care of me up there. So if you stop by and ask them, thank you, Toyota Mike. If you stop by and ask them, they can probably steer you where to call. I have a son that does painting, but he has moved to Nevada. So when I want stuff painted, I now have to probably put it in the car and take it down to him. And I am currently cleaning all of the bits of the Dyna because, or the saddlebags on the Dyna, because my brain is too Harley fried. I don't know what that means. Oh, Salty Badger, it's because, I don't know why. It's 50 degrees here. It's not that bad. But, yeah, I know. I meant to grab a hoodie before I came out here. And all of my saddlebag hoodies have migrated into the house because I took the saddlebag off the Dyna and I thought, what a great time to wash some stuff. Because, you know, I usually in the winter keep my bikes set up for what their purpose is. And it's like the Road King has a saddlebag that is set up with tools and a tire pump, a jump box, battery pack. And then I also had the guys at Easy Street set it up with, power up to the handlebars. So the Road King has 2 power spots to plug in. So I can plug a camera in, and then I like to use the handlebar mount for that. And so I've got constant power going to it. And then I've also got constant power. I was going to use it for my navigation thing. I've got, hang on, let me show you. It's kind of cool, and I'd like to figure out how to make it work at some point. not that thing. I got all kinds of cool stuff in my garage. Whoops, hummingbird feeder. Hang on. Oh well, I don't know where it went. But anyway, I've got one of those little things, kind of like a dashboard thing, that is a plug-and-play type deal. And it plugged in, but it didn't play. I can't get it to talk to my Cardo. And I have to have music when I'm riding. Do you guys listen to music when you're riding? Hey, Karma. You want to see my shovel and my iron head. Hang on. Don't look at the puddle of oil. Hang on. There we go. Okay. Sportster. It sat for a while I was out traveling, and then I fired it up the other day, and this bike is really old. It's a 74, and so it sumps oil. And then when you fire it up again the next time, it just kind of craps it out. Yep. This is the front garage, Bill. SS Contracting. Hi, I remember you. How are you today? But anyway, David put this on it, you know, because it's nice to be able to stop securely. And my son Todd did this paint job for me. I love this freaking paint job. Isn't that gorgeous? Nice. I have my Cardo and I like music. I don't have windshield on this, so no windshield snack bag, which is kind of a bummer. But generally when I'm riding this bike, I have to pay attention because it's kind of fiddly. Sorry about that. And this from the front end. But yeah, Todd did such a nice job on this paint job. Is Karma enjoying this, Bill? Well, Mild Bill, we were discussing this earlier. I'm an old people. See? Windshield. And windshield. Yeah. Anyway, Bill, what we're doing today is I decided that I wanted to get started. Well, mostly I was testing the Wi-Fi out in the garage. But a lot of people say that their motorcycle noise is their wind or their music. And that's true. I mean, on my Sportster, I have to listen to it because it's always been a pretty fiddly bike. But windshields do stop fatigue. I have a friend and she thinks she can distance ride, but when you get up to 50, she taps out because, you know, the wind beats you up. I remember I took my Sportster, I took off by myself and went to Sturgis in 90 and took the Sportster. And, you know, back then I was doing my own repair work, and yeah, it was a trip. Yeah. Tacoma to Shoreline without the windshield attached, it sucked. I agree. I'm a big fan of the windshield. I mean, the wind just beats you up at the speeds I tend to do. We'll just leave it at that. I've decided that I'm not commenting on the speeds I go anymore. I caught myself on an old video saying something about how fast my bikes go. And I'm like, nobody needs to know that. People that know me, no. Yeah. Cafe Racer Fairing. I have, I think up at the shop they have one of those little SOA type things that I could put on one of my bikes, but I don't really want to. Let's see now. So, yeah, that's the hole. Yep, that's the hole. Hang on. Ugh. Okay, so on the inside, I didn't say I was good. So yeah. But anyway, when I was at the Capitol the other day, I noticed that everything I had stored in here was kind of grungy. So, and wet. I mean, I don't mind grungy, but I do mind wet, especially if it's clothing that's supposed to be dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish picking all this out of here. And I am going to look around and see what I have that I can cover it up with. And then I'm going to go with it. It's not going to be a today process. Where did I put my razor blade? That's a bad sign, isn't it? Did you guys see where I put the razor blade? Oh, there it is. Okay. But yeah, this was all on the outside of it. Well, and this. And yeah. Yep, so Karma's taking the day off today because she didn't want to go to school. You know, life is rough when you're too tired to think. So let Karma know that I think that's a great idea. And I expect a picture. I think it is, Bill. Yeah, it is. Why? Yeah, it works really great for prying stuff. Arusiak, how are you doing this time around? So Mild Bill has a new channel, well, relatively new. I mean, he's been at it for what, a month now, Bill? So yeah, I probably should get a different screwdriver, shouldn't I? But that's a Phillips head. That one won't work as well for what I want. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. Okay. But, what was I talking about? I can't remember now. A little cafe racer fairing straight to the neck. Yeah. So the idea behind repairing this is I want to save myself about 400 bucks. Because if you can find them, just the bucket, I was telling everybody earlier, I found a bucket once for $400. I found a set for $800 once, and again, that's just the bucket. And for you that aren't writers, the bucket is this part down here. So then you've got to get the bucket, and then you have to like disassemble all the other stuff off of your old bucket, and then put everything else on. Hang on, you guys. Okay. Yes, I did it. Yuck. This is kind of gross. I guess I should have grabbed some gloves out of the house, huh? Oh, well. But anyway, so I don't know about you, but I don't have 400 bucks for a set of saddlebags or even a single saddlebag. I definitely don't have 800. And it's probably going to take me one more session of this to get this cleaned up and patched up. And it's going to work just fine. I mean, sometimes when I do stuff, it's sort of dumb luck. Okay, a lot of it is dumb luck. Sterling, why not? She's sick and Snap-on the best allegedly. Snap-on are the best allegedly, unless you're buying them off the truck. Mild Bill, I'm betting that somebody left this Snap-on behind. But he didn't come back and get his crap, so I'm using it for whatever I need. Yeah, oh, I'm sorry she's sick, Bill. So Sterling, is that because you're not going to be home anytime soon? Don't you have any video in the bank, so to speak? I've got so much old content sitting around in my Quick app. GoPro has a Quick app, and I just do the free bit. So, I mean, they don't store a lot of your videos, but then the only other part about it is that I don't care for about the Quick app is that when I download it, it only is like 11 minutes. When I transfer it off of the camera onto whatever else I'm using it at, it just 11 minutes just cuts it off. Just cuts it off. I saw your video the other day, Sterling. Trying to remember where that was that you were. I don't know. Sterling Wheel has a channel, and it is very interesting. As does Sick Bastard. Mild Bill has BillsKarma. Yeah. I think Carney's still in here. He also has a channel. It's a good thing I don't have any fingernails. But yeah, so, but the big deal that I was doing today was I just wanted to make sure that this would work for a live stream out in the garage. Because there are so many things I need to get done out here. And I can't talk anybody into coming over and helping me. So I guess you guys are about going to have to help me. It's a lot easier to get motivated if you have company, in my opinion. I mean, some of the stuff I do, I have to do anyway. But, yeah, I don't know. We all should sub to each other. Yes, we should. And I have. Buck Brown, 70. Yes, I'm sorry, Buck. Buck Brown also has a channel. Buck also has an Indian Chief, right, Buck? Which is a very quick little bike. And I know this because I got to ride it around the campground. Yeah. But yeah, Bill, you should definitely go check out Sterling Wheel, Buck Brown, Sick Bastard. Who did I miss? CarneysRide is his channel name, right? Yeah. But they also do this thing called the Coffee Crew, Bill, that is kind of fun. What? You want me to stand here and tell everybody I rode an Indian? It just sounds so dirty when you say it, Buck. Yeah, I mean, I said that straight up one time, and I didn't even think about what I was saying. I was like, oh, that could have sounded really bad. But yeah, it was kind of funny. Yeah, so I think I'm all done with this. What I can do anyway. Lord, I can't believe it took me an hour to do this. That's a lot of chipping. So see, we got, that's the sticky stuff. Yeah. So I'm going to have to clean it up with some isopropyl alcohol and scuff it up a little bit with some sandpaper. And then I'm going to whatever I have on hand to seal it up again. I'm trying to remember where I put all that crap at. Oh, here. There's one thing I have I'm going to try on it. Couldn't hurt. Let's see. Clean repair area of dirt, grease, oil, paint, rust, etc. It's the etc. that gets you every time. Mix. After removing the replaceable cap, press down on plunger and squeeze equal amounts onto a disposable surface and mix thoroughly. You know, I was doing something like this one time, and so I grabbed the pack for it and I mixed on the pack. Well, I didn't really think a lot about that. Yes, but it was definitely the first Indian that I had ridden, motorcycle. So I squeezed the globby stuff out on the direction sheet. So learn from my mistakes. Yeah, so dry. Sets in 6 minutes. Apply with appropriate tool in an even coat, weld, bead, or extruded shape as needed. I am pretty sure that we are going to go ahead and do a squish to fill type of situation here. I'm going to put some sturdy tape on the outside of it, and then I'm just going to fill it. But what I'm going to do before that, I have a little heater out here. I'm going to drag the heater out. I'm going to heat this thing up really nicely, and after I clean it up with some isopropyl alcohol, like I was saying, and then I'm going to start in on step 2. Yes. Yes, he is BillsKarma. Arusiak, why are you saying, oh my God? That stuff works. It is amazing. When I use that epoxy, mix it up with a plastic spoon or fork handle. Oh, I'm definitely going to do that, but I'm going to wear gloves, and I'm going to do it out in the garage. Wow. I didn't realize how bad I bashed this thing up. Oh, well. Yeah, because the crack is all the way up to here. Because I read somewhere that you have to be sure that you drill a little hole at the end of the crack so that it doesn't run any farther. So I did that. And get all your dirty minds out of the gutter. There. Okay. Yeah. This is going to be a hot mess. But, I mean, at least the hole is on the bottom of the saddlebag. Except for, you know, the only thing is I can't keep my mouth shut about, yeah, look, I did fix it, see? So, then everybody knows. I had a jacked up saddlebag. Anyway, did I finish telling you guys about these little grommet things? Yeah. So anyway, they just pop in and out. And then every once in a while you have to replace them. And so I decided one time that I was going to shim them up with an old chunk of inner tube, which I did. And that helped a little bit too to not make them rattle. Because I swear, I have replaced those a couple different times. And then when they get really, really sloppy loose, they fall off every time you take your saddlebag off. So you have to remember to check for your grommet, which, I mean, you notice it anyway, because when you put the saddlebag back on, it's like wonky, noisy. Yep. Mix it up with the fork handle. So does anybody else have anything they want to say? Anybody else's channels that you guys want to talk about? I'm probably going to come back at this again next Monday during the day. For a while now, evenings are not working out for me for live streams because I've got some stuff going on in the evening, so I can't make it work for me. But thank you guys for watching this. I am going to get out of here. I think I've got about 2 more weeks before I do a redrawing, and I'm going to do it a little bit differently this time. The lady that won that book that I raffled off has never come forward, so we're going to re-raffle it, but we're going to do a little bit differently, and it's going to be you have to be here to win. So it's going to be a matter of everybody in the comments is going to have to stay in the comments, and it'll probably be about an hour-long process, and I'll write everybody's name down or figure out how to work the raffle generator. I don't, if that's a thing, I guess, I don't know. But anyway, so I've got to do a redrawing is the long and the short of that. So thank you guys for watching me today. I appreciate each and every one of you. You got to be in it to win it. Exactly, Joey. So I know that you and Lala will both be there. So I will make sure that I give you lots of heads up time. I'm also bringing a book to Forgotten Angels, and I'm hoping to raffle it off there for, you know, for the good of the cause, and donate the money to Forgotten Angels. I mean, these are $200 books usually, so yeah. But anyway, like I said, thank you guys. I know that you guys are all subscribed because I see all you guys all the time. And feel free to share this one. I'll make it public just as soon as I get off of here. And so thank you. It's good to see you too, Buck. And I will see all of you guys really soon. I'm going to Forgotten Angels. I'm flying in, so I'm a little annoyed about that. But I'm trying to figure out how to get the funds together to go over in November. Okay? Peace to you too, Bill. And tell Karma I hope she gets feeling better pretty soon, okay? Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye. Can't wait to see you too, Joey. Bye-bye.